Alright, we are at the very beginning of the game again. We came through here not too long ago, so I'm just following the blue line of the map to my next objective. Everything here is pretty much self-explanatory. In case you're wondering why I'm failing to shoot this guy in the head, it's because the auto-aim is focused on that guy in the background, and until he's down it won't let me aim at the rocket guy. Now, instead of running real fast like before, you actually want to drop down here and head through this foam door that you couldn't get through before. So I actually missed that shot. I've got to wait for that foam to dissolve until I can shoot the sensor on the door to open it. So now that we've got the missiles, we can use this shortcut here to drop into this save room. And remember this mining equipment from before? Instead of pulling the lever, we're going to shoot it with a missile. And here we have the single most pathetic boss in the entire game, and that's this saw guy. He goes in a circle around this room, he can cling to the center platform, but even running over you doesn't really hurt you, and you just have to shoot him. There are even a couple of spots here on the ground where he cannot hit you at all. Now, the text on screen says he is weak in the back, but he moves so fast, good luck shooting him in the back before he's gone. So you just have to get a couple shots in before he comes around the next time and slowly whittle him down that way. This is so boring, I'm just going to fast forward this. There is really nothing to this fight. You shouldn't have any problems with it. But fortunately, after one of the most pathetic bosses in the entire game, we get one of the most useful items in the entire game.
This could be useful.
Hookshot acquired. Operating capacity at 70%.
The Hookshot is another D-pad ability. If you're using the full D-pad, like I highly recommend, it's selected by pressing up on the D-pad, and it allows you to cling to walls and ceilings. Combined with your jetpack and your ability to wall jump from the climbing gear, this makes you extremely agile. Another thing you can do with the Hookshot against these guys with rocket launchers is to use it to pull their shields off, and it kind of stuns them for a second, and you can easily shoot them in the head. Now before I get too far ahead of myself, I want to go up here and pull this lever to unlock this one-way door. That'll give me a nice convenient shortcut later. And this room pretty much forces you to realize that you can use the hookshot to pull these shielded bombas off of the walls. For now though, we're just following the blue line on the map to the next objective.
Sweet! Shortcut.
Yet another rocket guy. You should know how to deal with these guys now that you have the hookshot. And another one-way door. Now before I get too far ahead of myself, I want to go back for one of the passkeys that I actually just passed on this minecart. And it's obtained by using your hyper boost to run on the ceiling like so. Okay, maybe not like that, but there we go, that's better. And now we're taking the exact same route through the factory that we did shortly after getting the foam, so there really shouldn't be a whole lot that I need to explain here. I'm not 100% sure why this platform isn't moving up and down like it normally does, and it's not because I shut down the factory, because it was moving even after I got the foam. But no big deal, instead I just have to use the hookshot. Don't mind me making an absolute ass out of this section. Pistols do a lot of damage in this game. Well, the idea was to ground pound the foam, but except I completely and utterly missed. That's better. So when we came through here the first time, we had just acquired the foam. Now we have a hookshot. And instead of needing to build a foam bridge over this water, we can just hookshot our way across. And I'm really not worried about having low health here because of the infinite health case in the missile turret room. And then just to be safe, I'm gonna go grab the closest save room, which is back here, because if I die in the next section, I'm going a long ways back. I didn't end up dying, but I didn't know that at the time. So in this room, you would have had a dead end before you had the missiles. That grenade panel just leads to a grenade pickup, which I'm not getting just yet. I'm going to save that until the end. But now that we have the missiles, we can make our way through here. And you'll come out here, which you might recognize as the area that you ran through when you first got the hyper boots. As you can see, missiles make combat encounters a complete non-issue. I try not to abuse them too much because I prefer headshots. I think they're more fun. Not to mention they give you an XP multiplier that helps you level up faster. And as I've been saying before, now that you have the hookshot, you can completely ignore the moving platforms in this room and just use your hookshot. We've been in this room before, handle it the same way as you did the first time. Anyways, your next objective is up here, which you need the hookshot to get to. There we go. And then once you're up here, you need the missiles to get through this door anyway. There's a minor combat encounter here. When the camera spots you, it sends a whole bunch of reinforcements down this hallway, but it should be a non-issue with the coil rifle and your missiles. You may run right past this room, but realize that it has an infinite missile case, so if you run out of missiles trying to clear this room, just go back down to the case and refill your ammo. There's also a health case right before the next boss. And then this is probably my favorite boss in the entire game. I absolutely love the mechanics behind this boss. Alright, so if you heard the AI lady, she said that the shield generator for this guy is online. That means that shooting him with either missiles or even just bullets won't do hardly anything. You could brute force him down like that, but there's a much better way. What you do is you use your foam, and that's why there's an infinite foam case in this room, to foam his legs so that he can't move, and then you use your hookshot to climb up under his head, and you press B to rip out his shielding guts. You do that 3 times, and then his shield goes offline. His main attacks against you are his main cannon that you just saw there, which is devastating for sure, but even on insane, if you have 800 health, it won't kill you in one hit. Also, he has a machine gun that he'll use while he's waiting for his main cannon to reload, and then if you get behind him, he'll shoot out a cluster of foam and try to freeze you in place. You're completely covered from him here, which is over by the foam case. And then what you need to do is you need to foam both of his legs. If you're having trouble with this in getting this cutscene to activate where you're ripping out his shielding system, it's probably because you didn't foam both legs, you only foamed one. So notice here, I've only foamed one leg, and it won't let me hookshot up to him to rip out his shield. Oh, and by the way, the foam attack that he sends out occasionally can be dodged very easily just by jumping. Same with the stomp attack that he'll do if you get too close to him.
This looks important.
And now that his shield generator is offline, you can missile him down really easily. His main weak spot is right behind his head, but really you can just shoot him anywhere. Now, I got cocky here and I got foamed, and it almost cost me. No big deal though, because there's an infinite health case right outside, so now I'm back up to 800 health. Now we have another mini puzzle to get our next item. As you can see, that's obviously death. So instead of going down there, we want to go up here with our hookshot. You'll find a small panel up here. Use your hookshot to hang from the ceiling so that you can hit the panel, and then shoot a missile at the control panel. That'll offline the blue electric death wall, and you can get the thrust amplifier. And that's going to do it for this section of the game. I'll see you in the next video, where we're going to be collecting the rest of the passkeys and getting the helmet that makes us invincible.
Thrust amplifier acquired. Double boost of thruster while airborne now possible. Operating capacity at 80%.
Beat 70.